Hello, welcome to Chaotic Crochet Chatter with me. I am coming to you from the future. It is currently Thursday the 18th of January and this is my new podcast episode. I am going to talk about everything that I've got going on at the moment, all the recently finished projects, my current works in progress, a few other bits and bobs, a little bit about life. For anyone who doesn't know, my name is Jenny and I live in North Yorkshire in the UK with my husband Kelvin, our son who is nearly 8, Ned, and our cat Eris. I do want to say a big thank you to Ned actually for helping with the editing for today's video. Lots of the pictures have been put in by him. Just realised how wonky my camera is, sorry about that. Hopefully it's not so wonky for the rest of the video. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy, get yourself comfortable and settle in. Hope you've got a good cup of tea or glass of wine or whatever your preference may be. If you do like what you see, please consider subscribing, drop a little thumbs up, say hello in the comments. Alright, bye for now. Hello. As you can see, I have been joined by Neris already. She's not going to show her face nicely though, she's just going to prot about and get in the way, of course. It is approximately 9 on Wednesday, the 17th of January 2024. How are you? To be perfectly honest, I'm feeling just a little bit rotten. I've just had a nosebleed and earlier I had an allergic reaction to some new eyeliner that is supposed to be hypoallergenic, hence the lack of eye makeup today. So yeah, my evening's going really well, thanks. I am recording later than usual again. Because I was going to do it this afternoon and then I fell asleep instead. So, you know. So yeah, that's that. There's not much else to say really. Today is a day. So, on to section number 1, recent events. I meant to say, I will try and keep things vaguely coherent this evening, but Neris. But if you've been watching my channel for any length of time at all, you will know that I struggle to keep my train of thought going at the best of times. So I make no promises for this making any sense whatsoever. Yes, anyway, recent events. What's been happening? Not a huge amount, it's January. I said, I think last time, that January is always a quiet month. Neris, this is really unhelpful now. Yeah. My sister and her partner did manage to visit last weekend, which was great. Don't start. She's getting bitey. Are we going to fall out? Or are you going to be a good girl? Yeah, you might just have to go down, mightn't you? Yeah, I think that's probably the best solution. Say hello. There we go. What was I saying? Yes, my sister and her partner did manage to visit last weekend, which was lovely. My mum popped over as well, so yeah, nice little family day event afternoon, which meant I could give them some of the things I've been making for the baby, who is due any day now. I think officially due on Saturday 20th. But honestly, it sounds like we're getting pretty close. I say we, she's getting pretty close already. I have nothing to do with this. So yes, hopefully there will be new baby news very soon. Yep, Charlotte, my sister, and her partner both seemed very happy with the things I've made and handed over so far, so that was lovely. We just had a nice time, generally. What else? Ned is back at school. He has had a day off ill already. Back at school a week and a half. Less than, because the first Monday was a training day, inset day. And yes, it kept him at home this Monday just gone, as he had a random fever. Happens more often than I would like. But he's been back at school since, and he's tired, but he seems to be alright otherwise. It's probably why I'm not feeling great, to be honest. What else have I written down? There's a couple more things, I think. Oh, my dad and the stepmom took me yarn shopping yesterday. I will talk more about that in the incoming section later on. It was a good little trip out yesterday to a local yarn shop. Oh, we have had visits from a couple of architects. It's all getting a bit grown up around here. We are hoping to remodel our kitchen, dining room, bits of downstairs at some point, basically. So we've had 2 architects round. We've got another one coming tomorrow, I think, to quote for drawing up plans. Oh, it's an expensive business. But yeah, so far so good. They've both been really nice. One is more expensive than the other. Oh, I don't know. They're both really good. I don't know how we're going to choose so far. Kind of hoping that the guy who comes tomorrow is going to be even better, and then that'll make it easy. But things never work out that way, do they? So we shall see. That's about it, really, other than the fact that my mental health has been absolutely shocking for the past, well, since I spoke to you last, basically. Various reasons, mainly just it's January and I hate January. Even more than I hate the summer, which is saying something. There is a specific reason as well that January sucks as much as it does. I will talk a bit more about that later on. Just a quick trigger warning now, I will be briefly talking about baby loss and pregnancy termination. I won't be going into loads of detail, but yes, when it comes to the future events section towards the end of the podcast, I will just be talking about that. I'll put up a trigger warning screen for you so you can avoid that bit if you need to. And yes, that's about it, really. Yeah, because my mental health has sucked, I have not done much at all. Yeah, feeling a bit better the last couple of days, but my motivation to do stuff is still really low. I'm struggling to get back into a kind of work mode. Yeah, I think that's pretty common. Especially if you're self-employed, and so you don't have to go and start at a certain time and do certain things. You know, I kind of make it up as I go along, and that's not always a good thing. Right, on to finished projects. This might be a fairly quick episode, I don't know, we shall see. But I have got a few finished projects to show you and to talk about. Most of them actually I can't physically show you because they are the baby items that I have given to my sister. So I will put pictures up for you so you can see at least something while I'm chatting. First up, we have got a dream catcher that I made for them. This is from a pattern that I have used before by the Loopy Stitch, and I used yarn from the Crochet Society subscription box. I have not written down the number. It was a recent one. It will, I think, be mentioned in the description for the last episode. But I will try and put all of this in the description for you today as well. Well, not today, tomorrow when I'm editing. So it should all be there. If not, yeah, look back at the description for the last one because it is in there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a pattern I really love. It's pretty quick to work up. It looks great. You know, what more can I say, really? I am going to be making another one for my sister's almost stepdaughter. Her and her partner are not married, so legally she's not, but essentially, you know, in all the important ways, my sister's stepdaughter. So I shall be making it again very soon in pink, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. It'll be it's a nice quick make, which is helpful for motivation, but also it is something I genuinely love doing. I like making mandalas and Dreamcatcher inspired pieces, all of that. It's just, I don't know, it's really lovely. Next up, we have got two hats. There is the Bear Pom Beanie, which is a pattern from something that I have written very small and I can't read it. All About Amy on Instagram. I used, I think, Sirdar Snuggly DK in Whisper, possibly. I can't remember if I actually wrote it down when I made it. I think this might be the one where I didn't really keep any notes, but I will check, and again I'll put all the information below for you. Another really quick make, and it looks really cute. And I cannot wait to see my little niece wearing it. She's going to look adorable. We also have the Little Sister hat, which is from a website, lindamade.com. I don't know if the designer is on Instagram as well. I will try and find out and put the information in if I can. This one it's going to be too big for the baby for a while. Yeah, but it was just really, really cute, and I couldn't not make it. It was perfect for using up the leftover yarn for this next project I'm about to show you. And again, it worked out really quickly and was enjoyable. Yeah, I really liked making it, and hopefully when it does eventually fit, it again will look very sweet. The buttons on the hat, incidentally, and also on the next project I'm about to show you, are from Hobby or Hobie, I don't know which is the correct pronunciation. I think they were no, they weren't a freebie. I think I used my reward points to buy them ages ago, and yeah, just thought they'd be a nice little extra detail. And so the final baby bit for now is the Ripple baby cardigan from Merry Mary Stories on YouTube. I found the pattern on Ravelry and I downloaded it, and it is now saved in my file on my computer and, well, on the cloud. When searching for it again in Ravelry, I now can't find it, so I don't know if it's still there. But yes, the designer is on YouTube, and again, if they are on Instagram, I'll try and find out and add that so you can at least find the designer. I think, was it a free pattern? You know, I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was free or if I paid for it. Excuse me. I'm not doing so well with the drinks tonight, so my voice might tail off at some point. But again, I loved making this. It looks absolutely adorable. I forget how small babies are until I start making stuff like this. It's just so tiny, and it just, yeah, really, really beautiful. Yeah, the yarn I used was a Crochet Society yarn, their Confection DK in Fondant Fancy, and then Sirdar Snuggly DK again in, I think it's Violet for this one, and for the Little Sister hat it's the same. Both are really lovely yarns to work with. The Confection yarn in particular is so soft, so that would be great. The Snuggly is actually a little less soft, ironically, but I think it will wash well and soften up in the wash. Excuse me a moment. Yeah, so that's that. For the baby stuff, I do have one thing I can show you. I'm gonna have to delve down here for a moment. It's the problem with taking my glasses off is that I much prefer it for recording and for looking at my notes and the screen and everything, but then I can't find anything down here. Yeah, I have finished the cowl that I was making. Is this the right way out? Doesn't really matter. Well, it doesn't look like much like this. It is literally just a tube of moss stitch with some single crochet rows at the top and the bottom, but the colour is fantastic. I hope that it's focusing for you. It's trying to, at least. And I love all the different patches of colour and how beautifully it is kind of worked up and everything. This has been a lovely little like TV project. In fact, I finished it on Sunday, just gone, while Kelvin and I were watching the Taskmaster New Year special. A bit late, but we got to it eventually. Yeah, it's been just really peaceful because I don't have to think about it at all, so it's a great one for letting my mind wander and work through things. This is the pattern. Not that I really needed it. I'm a little bit annoyed because I think it was a paid pattern, but it was cheap. It didn't cost much, and it is the Mutabilis, I don't know if I'm saying that right, cowl, again from Ravelry. I will link that. I've got the link for that one. Let me just pop it on and show you how it looks. Okay, here we go. I like to do it sort of folded over like that, and it just sits. It's so warm. This is the sock yarn that I bought from the Knitting and Stitching show back in November, which is from Strictly Hand Dyed Yarns in the colourway Demeter, and it's lovely. It's really soft. Yes, it's sock yarn, so it's 75% merino wool, 25% nylon, which means it should wear well. It shouldn't pill too much or anything like that. And it's really cosy. I've been wearing it quite a bit the last couple of days actually. We have having a bit of a cold snap with the weather again. And in fact, I'm going to keep this on until I get too warm. See how long I can keep it on. Doesn't really go with this outfit, but never mind. And it can also be worn as a hood or a snood sort of thing, or it's like a little hat. If you kind of double it up, you can, well, I don't know how to do it, and it wouldn't suit me anyway. and I can't do it with my hair up like this. But yeah, it's pretty versatile, and yeah, really, really lovely make. So that is all my finished projects, more than usual. But then those baby projects have been hanging about for a bit, haven't they? So I'm going to have a quick drink and we shall move on. Right, I have now run out of drink, so I may have to stop and go and get some water in a minute. We'll see how I go. While I talk about works in progress. I'm going to zoom through these a bit because most of them you've seen before. We shall start with the corner to corner baby blanket. I'm going to pop a picture up for you because I didn't bother bringing it upstairs because I have made progress on it. I am actually nearly done. I think I've got 8 sections and then the border, if I do one, left to do. But you know, it's a simple striped blanket. You've seen it before. There's not really much point in me showing it to you. So yeah, quick picture, info in the description. Similarly for the blanket stitch shawl, I actually don't think I've made any progress on that since I last spoke to you, because I've been working on this, but that is now back firmly into active work in progress status, because it will now be my can't be bothered to do anything else project, or again Sunday evenings when I'm actively spending time with Kelvin and want to be able to focus on what we're watching together a bit. So hopefully next time I speak to you there will be some progress on that. Right, what can I show you? Oh, again, the punch needle kits that I showed you last time are still in work in progress status. They just need finishing off. And I think I mentioned I'm trying to do finish up Fridays this year. So hopefully this Friday, see how I feel, I'll explain that later. But it won't take me long to finish them, so maybe this Friday I'll get those finished. And then I can show you them properly next time. Right, the flower power blanket. Where have I put it? Oh, in my big bag. Yes, I will show you. I just need to be a bit careful. Sorry, I'm back. Hello. Because there's also some incoming in this bag, which I don't want to show you just yet. I shall show you in a minute. I have made a few more hexagons for the flower power blanket. I won't go through the whole lot again, but I'll just show you the most recent ones that I've done. I think you've seen this one before. And you might have seen this one before. I think the next 3 are new, I think. Yes, because I remember the contrast hasn't really worked with this one. You can't really, oh, actually it shows it better on the camera. But in real life, I struggle to see the flower a bit on this one. Actually, that shows it quite nicely. So that's good. And again, let's see how this one looks. Because again, yeah, that shows it quite well. But again, in real life, off screen, I struggle to see the flower. I can see it, but it's much more subtle. This last one is one of my favourites so far. Look at that lovely deep colour on the flower. It's gorgeous. So yes, again, I'm not going to tell you all about it because it's all, yeah, you've heard about it before. I will link it all in the description if you do want to know more. If you haven't seen me talk about it before, all the information will be down there for you. And we shall revisit this bag shortly when I get to the incoming section. I'm using this one that my brother-in-law and his family got me for my birthday, and it just about fits everything in, which is fab. So yes, we will come back to that. Oh, and then, sorry, I keep disappearing. I need to work out a better system. Right, try and organise myself. Check the hook is still in there. Yes, it is. Try and make sure the yarn doesn't run away. I was previously keeping baby projects secret. I can't be bothered anymore. I want to show them off. I won't be putting it on Instagram until I've given this to my sister. But hopefully that'll be quite soon anyway. But this is a little jumper. Look how cute that is. This is super cozy. I just need to finish this sleeve and then it's done. Wash it, block it, all finished. This is a mosaic crochet pattern, so it is super cozy. It's really soft and squishy. Can you see how much that squishes when I do that? It's just lovely. It's going to keep that little baby so warm. Good thing she's a winter baby. But hey, I wouldn't have chosen this if she wasn't. And this is from a pattern called... Oh, I've not written down the name, but I'll put that in the description. I'm not doing well tonight, am I? With my notes. But the pattern is by Crochet Hooks and Magic on Instagram. She's got a website as well. She's all over the place. She might even have a YouTube channel. But yes, I shall link her down below. Her patterns are fab. I really, really love them. And this one is really clearly written, although I did completely misread it the first time round, so this has been made twice now. Well, not the sleeves, but the main body without the ribbing I've done twice because I had to frog it because I completely missed this bit. Whoops. And the yarn I'm using is Serdar Snuggly DK again, but in brambles this time for the purple, and then Paintbox Simply TK paper white for a really good contrast. And yeah, again, I've loved it. I loved every minute of making this, apart from the ribbing, just because it takes ages. I really, really love the look of back loop ribbing, much more than I do the kind of front post, back post version that you can do. But it takes such a long time. But that's okay, there's only a tiny bit more to do. I think I've got, oh, how many rows left? 1, 2, 3. Oh, another 6, 7 rows I think of the sleeves, and then the ribbing to do on this side, and then it's all done. And it has been lovely. And yeah, little baby niece, who's called Ivy, or will be called Ivy, by the way. She's gonna look adorable in that. Can't wait. That's that, I think. I think that's all the works in progress. Yes, I've got nothing else written down. So, next. Okay, new cast-ons. One of them's the same as last time. I still haven't started it, but I will soon. I want to do a new pair of Watts and Waffle socks in the sock yarn that I mentioned last time. I've already mentioned that I'm going to be casting on a Dreamcatcher very soon. I might make one more baby hat. I haven't found a pattern for it yet, but I've got plenty of yarn I can use. Might do a little pink one, just something really simple, possibly even 2. See how I go. And then I have volunteered, completely my choice, to make a blanket, just a kind of lap blanket size one, nothing huge, for my grandma, who is in a care home and has been for a few weeks now, because she has dementia, and it's progressed pretty far now. I think she's settling in okay to the home, but yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to make her something well, cozy for one. You know, who doesn't love a good blanket? But I'm also going to make one, well, the one I'm going to make, I'm going to add some like sensory details to it, so use like bobble stitches and maybe a little like lacy section and other things that will add a nice sort of variety of textures that she can fiddle with. Maybe a bit of loop stitch. I don't know, I haven't really planned it out. Colours, I need to order some yarn. I think that's not a problem, don't mind, because the colour scheme, she likes sort of muted blues and greens and purples, so I'm thinking either blues and purples or blues and greens, possibly all three if I can get a really good gradient going, but I need to have a look at yarn choices and yeah, find some good yarn basically that obviously needs to be machine washable and preferably can go in the tumble dryer as well, so that, you know, if the care home wash it, it's not going to get ruined. Yeah, so that's that. Nothing much to show you there, sorry. But yes, those are my plans for my next cast-ons that I don't know if I'll get all of them started by the next time I speak to you, but they're definitely coming soon. Let's put it that way, because I've reached quite a good point now where I am finishing up quite a few things, and yeah, I've got headspace for new projects again. Right, that was a very quick section. Not much to show for it. Let's move on to my crochet wish list. So I have been thinking for a while, well no, since I got the new sofa. We got the new sofa, it's not just mine. I spend the most time on it, but it's not just mine. I love it, it's a great sofa, and the fact that it reclines makes it far too comfortable. But the arms are very low, and so I'm thinking I need to make at least one cushion, possibly two, to rest my arms on when I'm crocheting, because I'm getting a bit of pain in my elbows. Not loads, it's not a problem yet, but I need to be careful. So I was thinking I might make myself a couple of cushions in like a bolster style, you know, the cylindrical ones. In this, you know what I mean. And I just need to choose the pattern for them. I think I want them to be different, both in colour and in pattern. I think I'm going to do mosaic crochet because I just love it. And I am at the moment thinking that I might use, well, if I do mosaic crochet, it'll probably be one of the patterns by Sixel Designs. You know how much I love her work. The Dragon Scales pattern that I tested recently, that's really pretty, so that'd work well. There is also, there's all the patterns in the book that I showed you last time, I think. Any of those would be brilliant. There is Cat Noir that I've used before for a very small project, but it'd be great to have something bigger, and that would fit me quite well. And there's the Alexander pattern, which is a snake pattern. I think that would look very cool as well. So I don't know. I do also need to think about what yarn I'm going to use. I am tempted, if they're still doing it, to use a Metallico from Hobby. I used that in the test for the Dragon Scales pattern, and it just looks, it looks really, really good. Basically, I love it. So if I can get enough of that, I don't know, we'll see. If not, I might go for something similar, or just really vibrant colours. I'll probably use black or a very dark navy or purple or something like that as a contrast, either for the motif in the pattern or for the background, depending on which pattern I use. And then, yeah, something rich and vibrant and jewel tony for the other colour, wherever I choose. I do like my reds, but also, you know, deep blues and greens and anything that's just got a lot of colour in it, if that makes sense. I think always looks really good. So it's on my wish list. I'll get to it one day. We'll see. I shall report back. Okay. Incoming. There's quite a bit today. What am I starting with? One moment. I think I have mentioned before that I really like to keep all my projects nicely organised, not just in their own project bag, but with a notions pouch that's got the hook and some scissors and a pencil and a needle and all that sort of thing all together. And I realised that I don't actually have very many pretty pouches, so I went on a shopping spree. These are all from Diane's Collection shop on Etsy, and I just think they're really lovely, really beautifully made. I love the colours. I love that on a couple of them, like this one, the bottom here is velvety, so it's very tactile, and there's different sizes. That's just a small one. This is one of the bigger ones with bees on. I just think that's beautiful. Really beautiful. Again, I think because it's high contrast, I really like high contrast designs. This is another one with a velvety bit on the bottom. It's got a good box bottom there with the leaves. Is it leaves? Yeah. I think that one's very pretty. And then this one's my favourite one to look at, actually. It's shiny. Look at the shine on that. So I'm going to really, really enjoy using these. Just need to get myself organised. I still haven't organised all my project bags. I will at some point. There's no rush, really. Put them somewhere. That didn't work. I just put them out of the way and everything promptly fell over. Whoops. Right, I did say the Flower Power blanket. I've been buying more yarn because I like a big blanket, and I thought there's quite a lot. Those skeins that came in the original box from Crochet Society are sizable, and I seem to be getting a lot of decent sized hexagons out of them, which is great, but I like really big blankets. So the first thing I've got is just some black yarn. That's for joining all the hexagons together. That's the label. Ooh, that way, block out my face. This is literally just called black, I think. Yes, it is. Colour 975 from Cygnet's Pato Everyday DK. Got 2 skeins of that for joining and probably a border. And then have 3 different colourways from the original 3. We have got Seafoam. Still need to cake these up, but I thought I'd show them to you first. Yeah, so this is from the Colour Rush line from Cygnet. Sorry, my shrug keeps slipping today. It's very annoying. Which other ones did I get? I got... oh, is this one Pomegranate? No. This one's Breeze. It's another gorgeous colours. Again, I just love the depth of the colours in them. And there it is, Pomegranate. Oh, try not to get tangled. Look at that. They're all quite different. Hopefully they will contrast with the original 3 nicely. So I've reworked my list of colour combinations so that I've got these extra colours in as well. And yeah, I'm going to have fun to cake it all up and then get on with those hexagons with the lovely flowers. And I will hopefully end up at some point with an extremely large, extremely colourful blanket, which is always good in my book. A few boring things have come in. I've got a new wall planner over there where you can't see it because I am determined to be a bit more organised this year with things like craft markets and other events that pop up. I'd like, maybe not in the summer, in the hot part of the summer, but for the rest of the year, if I could get a market a month, that'd be great. Probably pushing it for February now, but hopefully March. In fact, I think I've got one booked for March. I just need to confirm the details. And I've already got one for May, I think. And I've already booked one for right at the end of November. So I'm feeling quite organised. I am also going to sort this room out. I am, properly. You can see the chaos behind me. The shelves are looking okay, but there's a lot of stuff on the floor at the moment. And this room, it's my craft room, it's my office, but it has also just been a little bit of a dumping ground since we moved in. Less as time has gone on, but it started off very much as one, and there's still just some stuff lingering. So I have bought, I haven't put it together yet, it's downstairs in the box, but I've bought a little chest of drawers to go just here next to where you're sat, and then I've got some like document trays to put paperwork in, because I am absolutely pants at remembering to file paperwork, because it's all, the way we have it at the moment, it's all away. And so I have to go through and sort it and then go and find the folder to put it in, and it's just a pain in the bum. It's horrible. So I've got some document trays to put on top of that chest of drawers so I can just slot things in as they come in, and hopefully that'll keep things much more organised, just so we can find things when we need them. So that's the boring bit. And then the yarn from yesterday. So my dad and my stepmom took me to a local yarn shop called Knitting Pretty, which is in Knaresborough, which is a small town near Harrogate where I live. And I bought lovely yarn. What shall I show you first? It's a lovely little shop, by the way. It's tiny, bigger than this room, but probably smaller than our sitting room, the shop floor. But it is packed full, and there are some well-known yarn brands in there. They had West Yorkshire Spinners, and what else did they have? Oh, I can't remember now. But there were some other well-known brands in there, and then they've got other more niche brands, some of which, I think there was some German yarn in there, and some other ones from far-flung places. And then they had some beautiful hand-dyed wool from the local area. There was some dyed in Wetherby, which isn't far from here, and some dyed in, possibly in Knaresborough actually, which I thought that'd be lovely. I'd love to buy that, but none of the colours quite jumped at me. And I've got tons of sock yarn already, and most of it was sock yarn. So instead, I have got 2 skeins of this. Oh, King Cole. That was the other brand that I was thinking. This is King Cole Glitz DK. How's the sparkle showing? If it focuses for you. Hold it steady. It's trying to do something. Get a bit closer and see if it'll pick up sparkle. I hope that's picking up for you. I can't quite see my screen well enough to tell. It is really glittery. And it's black sparkly yarn. The colourway is called Jet. I've got 2 of these. Where's the other one? There's only 6 skeins in this bag and I still can't get my hands on the right one when I want it. Yes, 2 lots of that. King Cole Glitz. It is 100 gram skeins, 97% premium acrylic, 3% polyester, machine wash, tumble dry and cool. I don't know what I'm going to make, but it's black sparkly yarn. I couldn't not buy it. It's so me, it's unbelievable. And then I also have 2 skeins of each colour. Let's do the long one. There we go. That's this, which is just beautifully soft. That's because it's alpaca yarn. I love alpaca. It is super duper soft. They're only little skeins, I think. Yes, they're 50 grams each. They are 100% pure baby alpaca. So, hand wash, no tumble drying, don't go anywhere near it. Colourways are sky blue and what's that one called? Oh, damson. And I thought they go quite well together. They only had a few colours in the shop. I think more are available. I thought these 2 colours went together quite well. And I am picturing a set of colourwork fingerless gloves. I don't know exactly what pattern I'm going to use yet. I might just make one up. But yeah, they're going to be so soft. I wish you could feel this. It's just gorgeous. So yes, I had a lot of fun looking around Knitting Pretty and choosing gorgeous yarn. That will go into my stash for now. Ever-growing stash. Doesn't matter how much I use, the stash keeps getting bigger. And yes, I'll figure something out at some point soon. Oh, one more little bit of incoming, but I can't show you it in much detail, so this will only be quick. The latest Crochet Society box has arrived. How pretty is that? It is, Neris. I hear you. Oh, hello. I'll come up again. So I can't show you inside yet. They haven't revealed the contents to the general world. That is box number 46. Yes, it is. I have had a look inside. It is lovely. I'll show you more of that another day. So that is all the incoming. What else have we got? Future events, we're nearly done. I'll say a quick one. It is getting on for an hour and I'm not done yet, so not that quick. So what is coming up? What is coming up? We've got another architect visiting tomorrow, which I think I said already. And then we'll need to make a decision about which one to use and exactly what it is we want to do. Next Monday, I think, is the first session from 2024 of the Indie Business Club. I'm looking forward to going to that. It's just always a really nice time. I have got... There's really not a lot else on. Next episode will be filmed on the 31st of January. So 3 this month, just. And... Neris, you're being a pain again. Go that way. Good girl. Yeah. I know, but you were in the way. You were in the way. Final trigger warning time, because I am just briefly going to mention that this Friday is the anniversary of the termination of the pregnancy that should have resulted in our second child. So yes, hence the dip in mental health. We've both been finding it quite hard. It hit me really hard last week. I don't really know why, but it did. It's just one of those things. So yeah, I won't go into detail. Now's not the time for that. I think, like I've said before, I might do a video all about it at some point. I might not. I don't know, depends how I feel. But yes, it's a tricky time mentally. There's a lot of feelings going on, especially with my niece being due literally the day after. Obviously that's nobody's fault, I don't blame anyone, and I am deliriously happy for my sister and her partner. That's the toilet flushing in the background, great. And I'm so excited to meet my niece. I cannot wait. But there's a lot of difficult emotions in there too. So yeah, I'm dealing, and so is Kelvin. We've got to get on with life. But we have got to take time to acknowledge it as well. And yeah, so on Friday we will be visiting baby's grave. Kelvin's been told he can just take the time, basically, which is fantastic. His boss has been really understanding, which is fab. But yeah, Friday could be a tricky day. There's bathroom noise in the background. Kelvin's on his way to bed. The bathroom is literally through that wall, so yeah. So yeah, anyway, that's that. That's the only other thing of any significance that is coming up. Yeah, it's tricky, but we're doing okay. Okie dokie. Progress of the January goals that I set myself. I might just pause until this is all done. Okay, I'm not going to redo the previous bit because I just can't. But yes, I thought I would wait until the bathroom noise was done before I carried on. I think we're done now. So, as I was saying, reviewing January's goals and how I'm getting on with those. So, I have finished most of the baby projects that I was intending to finish in January, so I'm nearly done, and the couple that are left I'm pretty sure I can get done this month. Don't think that's going to be an issue. I am making progress on the Cozy Blanket Make-Along. That's the Flower Power blanket. I have worked on it. I think I said before, I'm not necessarily intending to finish it, certainly not in January, but it's just nice to be making some progress, and chipping away at that. I have booked some craft fairs, which was one of my goals, so that is great. I will keep looking for more. I was talking last time about Valentine's projects and how I wanted to come up with one or two. I've decided to just sack that off. We're getting too close now. I'm going to focus on Mother's Day instead, which is not long after, to be honest. I think it's quite early in March. In fact, I think it might be the 10th this year. I'm pulling that number out of thin air, but I've got a vague recollection of it being then. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but I do want to come up with a couple of things, or at least a thing, that I can market as a Mother's Day item. I have still not done my tax return. Time is pressing on with that. I do seriously intend to make a good go at that tomorrow. Obviously the deadline is the end of the month, so I need to get it done. And I still have not pinned down a venue for hosting my own craft market. So I think the date of that is going to get pushed further and further back. But I'm still thinking about it. I'm still working on it. And then I have added a goal, which I mentioned briefly earlier on, and that I want to organise this chaos that's going on in here. So yeah, I think overall I'm doing pretty well with my goals. Could I be doing better? Yes, of course. But you know, there's always room for improvement, right? And yeah, I'm feeling fairly confident. I think the cat's back. Yes, she is. Pest. Absolute pest. Yes, feeling fairly confident that I can get most of that done, or at least make serious progress on everything in January, which is very, very good. Right, that is almost it. As always, I'm going to finish off with a little update on my weight loss journey, but I know that not everyone wants to see that, so, or hear about that. So if you are one of those people, then feel free to switch off. Obviously, you could have done anyway, it's fine. But yes, I completely understand if you don't want to hear about that aspect of my life. Thank you for watching this far and for just taking some time to join me and yeah, watch this video. I'm rubbish at this bit, aren't I? I need to prepare more. Thank you for being here is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I won't bang on about it too much, but if you do feel like subscribing or liking the video or whatever, that would be greatly appreciated. I noticed the other day, actually, although Ned noticed before I did, he's obsessed, I have gained a couple of subscribers recently, so huge welcome to you, whoever you may be. It is lovely to have you here, but equally it is lovely to have anyone who's been here before here as well, so yeah. But yes, I hugely appreciate it if you do subscribe to the channel. Right, this last section is going to be very quick today because I have not weighed myself since well, last time basically, so I don't actually know how I'm doing. I am expecting to have gained weight next time I do weigh myself, because I have been completely off the rails. Quite honestly, I have not done much exercise. I have eaten all kinds of junk food. This always happens when my mental health suffers. Yeah, it's just how it goes. So we will see. I will weigh myself this Saturday. I will. I am clawing back some determination to keep focusing on my physical health and keep the weight going down. Slowly is fine, but just going down. I have deliberately done exercise the last 2-3 mornings. Really didn't want to today, but I did it and I feel good for having done it. Food's tricky, I think, because I let myself go so much over Christmas. I just want to carry on eating all the really tasty things, all the high sugar stuff, and it's difficult to step back from that again, but I'm working on it, and I really don't want to undo all the progress that I made last year, so hopefully I can get my head down and get back to it. But yeah, that's it really. I don't actually know how I'm doing. I don't think I'm doing very well, but we'll see. So yeah, thank you again for being here. Especially if you have watched this last little bit, it helps to keep me going with it if I feel like someone else is taking notice. Someone who I don't know necessarily. So yeah, thank you. And that is it for this evening. Good night.